Today, the boys and girls soccer teams head to South for their first away game. Good luck, Phoenix team. And don't forget to root for the players if you see them at school today. KI's swimming team achieved 4th place in the ISA tournament that was held in Suzhou, China last February 25th. Hope to hear more about the swimming competition results this season. The 2010 Middle School High School Kayak Choral Festival was held this Tuesday, March 2nd in KIS. 12 schools participated from 9 a.m. and then produced an astounding choral performance from 3:30. And today's the 21st edition of our weekly PTV. Good morning, I'm Senior Lee Lee.
And I'm Senior Joon Lee.
Today we begin our first news of the Habitat for Humanity Club. During the New Year's holiday, the Habitat for Humanity Club traveled all the way to Indonesia to help the needy people. Here's our own Lee Chin with the story.
Over Lunar New Year break, 13 KICians flew over to Indonesia to build houses for Habitat for Humanity. As the first workers to visit the village, students worked hard for 5 days doing jobs from carrying logs to building walls. But socializing with the local villagers was also a great priority. Students made friends with the villagers and school children, crossing both cultural and language barriers as they made great friends with the kids.
The experience was really nice. We met a lot of really cool kids and we got to know them. Although it was only a week, we really got close and I don't think I'll ever forget the kids that we met here.
Looks like it was truly an unforgettable experience. Now back to you, Lauren and June.
What a great group of people trying their best to help others.
We also have another great bunch of people in our KI soccer team. KI soccer team had its first friendly game against SIS last Wednesday on February 24th. Yura Jung brings us the victorious and triumphant results.
Hi, I'm currently at the Phoenix soccer field where our boys soccer team will kick off their season today.
After their rigorous tryouts, the Phoenix boys soccer team previewed their successful season at the friendly match against Seoul International Tigers. And the captains had a few words to say about the season.
I'm currently here with the soccer captains, Stephen No and Won-Suk Choi. So how do you think this season's going to be?
I think we're going to do really great. I think we're going to finish in top 3 probably.
We're sure to look forward to a terrific soccer season, so please come and support your team at their home games. This was Yura Jung, PTV.
Wow, with such a great start, I foresee a successful season for our team. So Lauren, I heard the U.S. history students had quite the field trip last week.
Yes, indeed. I heard it was awesome. We actually had ours last year as well. On February 26, students from all U.S. history classes took a field trip to the National Korean War Memorial Museum. Albert Jun and Sejun Pak have the story.
Yes, Lauren and KJ, we all know about the Korean War, probably the biggest event in our history that's still at a stalemate. Museums like the one around me showcase the utter turmoil that happened during this war.
Before the actual tour, students watched a 20-minute video depicting life during war. The time difference was evident as students and I saw the weapons and items of the past. Ms. Kells was interviewed for further comment.
We saw lots of cool exhibits. We went into a combat military zone. It was cool. And everybody likes field trips. The students build morale, build spirit, and the teachers enjoy seeing the kids outside the classroom. It's really cool.
And no one ever said history had to be boring. All students seemed to be having a great time.
The field trip was actually really fun. Learned a lot of things, like, what type of things happened during the war.
On such a nice day, it seemed like taking history outside of the classroom helped engage students in more interactive learning.
I learned a lot from the War Memorial last year as well. I hope everyone had a meaningful experience.
Well, that's all for today's PTV. We'll be back next week with more entertaining and informative news.
Tune in to PTV every Friday morning.
And the Phoenix will see you
next week. Last but not least, here's Jado with more history information on last Monday's Hamiljar, or so-called Korea's Independence Movement Day.
Hamiljar, or the March 1st movement, was the day when 33 brave Korean leaders gathered together to sign the Declaration for Korea's Independence and proclaimed it to the public in 1919, March 1st. This event brought citizens all over Korea to rise up in outcry for freedom against the oppressive Japanese occupation. More than 2 million citizens throughout the nation demonstrated their independence in these movements. The Japanese, in an attempt to regain control, imprisoned and killed countless Koreans. Among them was a teenage girl called Yu Gwan-son, one of the many demonstrators of independence. Despite the countless casualties, Korea did not gain its independence until 1945 when the Japanese finally surrendered. And since 1949, March 1st was celebrated as a national holiday in honor of the movement.